About slavery, the first people that we always think about are African Americans and even Africans for that matter. However, there is a group of people that have always been forgotten throughout this discourse, and that is people in the Caribbean. Our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean also endured some untold sufferings over the period when they were subjected to harsh conditions of slavery. And it is something that many people have always overlooked. I don't know why this happens, but they have endured a lot of things. And until recently, we saw Jamaica, which is headed by the king as the head of state. They were thinking of kind of trying to change their laws to remove the king, which is King Charles III, from being the head of state in their country. They want to have that total independence. The colonizers misused Africans and black people in the Caribbean, and what they went through has not always been discussed widely. Now, in today's video, we have one African scholar, Professor PLO Lumumba, speaking about this issue in an in-depth manner. I want us to take a listen to the level of depth of knowledge that this professor has and how he really brings out these issues to the limelight. Let's watch this, then come back and share our thoughts together.
South America, sometimes called Latin America, and of course the neighboring area, which is Central America and the Caribbean, has a very interesting history. I remember when we were being taught history, that was called the New World. New because it is the Spaniards specifically who went to that area. And it must never be forgotten that Christopher Columbus, who is said to have discovered the New World, was actually on his way to India. He got lost. And when he met the indigenous Americans, he called them the Red Indians because he thought he was in India. But that in itself makes that part of the world very unique because they were empires which had been built. The Aztecs were there, the Arahuacans. If you look at what is now Mexico, there were the mestizos, there were the Aztecs, complete with civilization. The Arahuacans were to be found in what is today Honduras, in Colombia, in Costa Rica, in Panama, in Nicaragua. So there were people in that part of the world, complete with civilizations. And the Arahuacans, of course, we know, were completely decimated by the Spaniards. The Spaniards went there, and the Spaniards were in Mexico, what is today Mexico, in Nicaragua. They were in Honduras, in Colombia, and of course, the Portuguese then found their way in what is today Brazil. The British somehow found their way in modern-day Belize. And the French also found themselves in areas such as the Suriname, and even the Dutch found themselves in what is called the Dutch Antilles. So these new lands became the subject of slavery initially because the local peoples were decimated deliberately by military action and also by disease. Because